What's made police officers in Sussex angry this week?
Oh, this is fantastic. There's a leaflet out telling them how to wear their uniform. Genuinely true, this. Apparently they've been told you've got to put your socks in and tuck your shirt in and then you'll catch the paddies. This is... It implies there are policemen in West Sussex walking around like that. We're going to get the bad man. Any second now, we're going to get the bad man, you know? I think it's great. I think we should do more patronising leaflets for them, you know? Wouldn't that be great?
Left leg, then right leg.
Yeah.
Then left leg. Quicker if he's running away from you.
But wouldn't that be great if it's really patronising? Going undercover does not mean turning up with a duvet on your head.
This is how it was reported in Metro. These are the photographs they showed. My favourite bit is your utility belt should only contain items issued by the Force.
Lightsaber.
A lightsaber, basically. A lightsaber. Only a lightsaber.
Oh, that'd be great if you just had a tiny Yoda. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Actually, that sounds like a euphemism for a penis.
do have one.
I have
What else are they keeping in the utility belt? What else are they doing?
Mace.
Oh, I got some breath mints and some lube. Mind you, lube would be useful enough. I can get you out of the crash car, but you will smell of sexy cherry for a while.
It's also saying the correct way to be a policeman is to be 2/3 of the size.
Budget costs you.
Yeah, smaller policeman,
Yeah.
easier to dress. I know that your PPV, which I think is personal protection vest, I think it's like the anti-stab vest, must be worn over your shirt. Now, I can see what the problem is here, because I'd imagine lots of them wore them under the shirt, so that people go, oh my God, you've been stabbed, and they go, no! Yes, the answer I was looking for was Blair's memoirs' incredible sales. This is the story that ex-Prime Minister Tony Blair has finally published A Journey, his hotly anticipated account of his time in power.
It's basically, he'd been accused of sexing up a dossier, and now he has sexed up a dossier, basically, hasn't he? You know, you went after he's going, oh, I devoured Cherie, or whatever it was. You weren't sure what he was going to put next, you know. I flopped out my weapon of mass destruction, and 45 minutes later, it launched.
What weakness does Blair reveal?
Mini baby bells. He can't get enough of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
No, he's drinking. It was really hilarious because he said, yeah, I was a bit of a drinker, but all he had was half a bottle of wine a night. My mate once got so drunk he woke up in a river.
This would be the worst AA meeting ever. It'd be so dull as well, because the other... OK, tell us about yourself. Well, Duncan's basically, he's lost his kids, he's found himself homeless on the street. How about you, Tony? Well, first of all, hi, guys. Occasionally, I have a second glass of wine after dinner. Group hug.
Although, in fairness, his drinking did lead to invading a country.
Yeah.
But which makes the UN the international equivalent of a woman in a car park going, leave him, Tarek, he's nowhere there.
The UN made him the Middle East peace envoy after he'd started 2 wars in the Middle East. It would be like making the woman who chucked that cat in a wheelie bin an RSPCA inspector. As Prime Ministers go, it's nothing, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Churchill used to have a bottle of champagne for lunch, have another one apparently in the evening, have 3 scotches, 2 brandies and a highball. So you think, well, it's no wonder he didn't want to appease Hitler, was it? He was well up for a scrap, wasn't he?
Yeah, but to be fair, no, what people forget about Churchill, when Churchill was doing the old, we shall fight them on the beaches, yeah, he was 25 at the time. That lifestyle, he died at 32. That lifestyle really...
I'm surprised he didn't go, oh, we're going to fight them on the beaches and we'll fight them in the pubs, outside the pubs, in the kebab shops.
If they look at our women, we'll twat them there.
We're in a late-night garage and we want more fags.
It's Churchill that he said later in life his greatest regret was never winning the Second World War. Didn't remember a thing.
He also, let's be honest, he looked quite like you.
And you are...
I'm glad that was regarded as an insult.
Say it in... No, he did. I'd say that as a compliment.
Yeah,
Try the...
you would take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
He was a
we will
big
fight them
man.
on the beaches. Yeah. Say that.
We will fight them on the beaches.
Don't sound like the Churchill dog.
That was Tommy Cooper. We will fight them.
Tommy Cooper.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is, but I think they've usually got a carer with them.
Say this. Never in the field of human conflict.
I'm not doing Churchill impersonations, Troy.
Do it sexy. Do sexy Churchill.
Sexy Churchill. I will fight you on the beach.
I've actually eaten dead badger roadkill.
Have you?
Really?
Yeah,
Shall I
he
tell
did.
you? Shall I tell you? Shall I tell you what it? Shall I tell you what it tasted of?
What's the taste of?
Badger. No, I have. I had a meal of badger. I had otter in a meal called risotto, and I had blackbird rather, in a pie.
Oh,
It was really nice.
Is this when you were working in nursery rhymes?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I did for a programme.
I think
What programme was that? Let's make you eat weird shit.
It was a programme where you had to do things that you'd never done, and I said I'd never had roadkill, so I ate roadkill.
But hang on, is it, I know the programme you mean. It's a programme where you're supposed to do things you've never done that other people have done, though. It was called Never Seen Star Wars, and then you were just slightly out of step with the population. You're not out of step with the population with having never eaten roadkill. I don't know what, he's never eaten roadkill? What kind of Lord Snooty over here? Fished his dinner off the tarmac once in a while.
You've just been very... No, it was nice.
In an effort to cheer up the badger, Paul Gascoigne was seen in the area with an empty bottle of Cava, a can of Spam, and a Savage Garden CD.
That's an example, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whenever they show fat people on the news, they never show their faces, do they? They always show them from the middle area. And you're thinking, if we're really trying to lose weight, maybe they should show their faces and go, look at this one!
Look at this one. This is your shaming of the obese. This one is very fat. Chase them! Chase them with sticks! And if they will not run, put Mars on the end of the stick and dangle it. Run them around in a circle like a horse training for dressage. Just slowly around and around the stick.
The point is, the supermarkets are saying we're doing everything to try and help people be healthier, and you think, no, they're not. The supermarkets couldn't care less. If they really cared about our health, they would give us trolleys which were harder to push to give us a cardiovascular workout, and they'd make the chocolate and biscuit aisle only a foot wide so fat people couldn't get...
You know the news. Why are Druids celebrating at the moment?
They're officially a religion.
Yes, they are.
It's a great... They've officially, but granted by the Charities Commission, they are now officially a religion, which makes you wonder what the problem was before, that they weren't, I don't know, wishy-washy enough to be a religion. Like, well, what do you worship? Nature. Nah, nature exists.
If they are legally now a religion, that presumably means they can set up faith schools.
Be fantastic.
There'd be druidic schools. Like, you'd have to move to the Stonehenge catchment area to get your child a really good one. And it'd be the only school in the world where pupils would be actively encouraged to draw naked men with a big cock and ball.
You have all these middle-class parents trying to forge a letter from the local Wiccan shaman.
I once had a druid who came to work in my garden, which is a bit weird. But he was 3 hours late one day to work in the garden, and it was the most brilliant excuse I've ever heard. He said, I would apologise for being late, but I'm afraid I don't believe in the concept of time.
Did you not point out that you were paying him by the hour?
I did, yeah.
The school I went to in Wiltshire is the site of Merlin's Mound, so it's like a big... on the solstice, all these druids used to go there, and we used to obviously rip the piss out of them. And it was brilliant, because it happened every year. They were out, I'd be doing, like, science, and there'd be all these druids, like, wailing and throwing their sticks in the air and shit like that. And we'd all be taking the piss. And one year, my teacher, a man that I respected, I was taking the piss out of all the druids, and he said, Whitehall, I don't know why you're laughing. You know they like to sacrifice virgins.
Boom! Unbelievable. Top work. We gotta book that guy. He's good. Why has health and safety been in the news this week?
Because Cameron says he's going to get rid of it.
Yes. Which came a little bit too late for BP.
Yeah.
It's a stupid thing to do, to try and get rid of health and safety, because essentially we have evolved ourselves out of a position where we have any natural predators. The only natural predators humans have are ourselves and peanuts. We're doing the best because we're stupid. Health and safety is getting in the way of evolution. 10,000 people last year in this country were admitted to A&E having injured themselves putting their trousers on. Right? They're firing themselves out of cannons into their trousers. They caught themselves in the zip, right? Which is hideous, yes, but at least they can't breed anymore. That is evolution, and health and safety will stop that.
Imagine making that phone call, though. Hello! Got my dick in my trousers. And I want to sue. My trousers!
posters.
My old teacher's mate was testing some reinforced concrete cages. You know, reinforced concrete is cages with concrete covering it, and they show you the cage out the back, and he jumped off backwards, being a bit of a lad, and split up the front of himself, and didn't notice until a couple of seconds later when his bollocks fell out of his jeans. He drove himself to hospital, right, holding his balls in one hand and putting them on his lap to change gear. Got to the A&E, and the woman said, "How can I help you?" And he went...
I bet there was somebody sat in A&E just eating a Scotch egg, like...
I bet there's somebody in the A&E with a slightly hurt elbow going, I'm going to be longer than I thought now. I've been moved down by Mr. Hear Me Balls.
There was an incredible story about, well, it's not incredible, but about health and safety, that trainee hairdressers aren't allowed scissors. Which is pretty... Imagine that. What are they going to do? Just use their teeth? This is Sandra, she's going to chew your perm out.
The news, which celebrity's voice has been voted top in a recent survey to find the nation's favourite sat-nav voice?
I think you're overselling this, but is it Sir Sean Connery?
It's supposed to be Sir Sean Connery, yes, there was some sort of poll.
Tell us about it, Dara.
Yeah, I don't really want to tell you about it. Who did he beat in second place?
He beat Dara.
He beat me. He beat me in second place.
That's it. And who was in third place? George Clooney.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, I beat Clooney. Yeah. Thank you. And he is gutted.
And Dara, how long has your mother been running these surveys? Why would you want Dara on your sat-nav? Well, never stop. He's like, turn left here, turn left, turn left. You want to turn left. You want to turn left. You have to turn left there. You're going to turn left. What do you do for a living? What do you do? What do you do? You want to go straight over the end, but that's the second exit.
Yeah. My great problem is that I haven't been living here that long. I'd like to go, no, I don't know where that is, actually.
Dara, do you know why I think you should have won? Because your name is an anagram of I, a road brain. Your name is an anagram of...
I, a road brain.
I, a road brain.
I, a road brain.
Yeah, Mickey's looking forward to Carol Vorderman's warm-up act.
You know, I've not got a lot on at the moment.
This sounds a bit clang, I once got an email from Stephen Fry telling me that he was sitting in an airport in Africa, and did I know my surname was an anagram of Nairobi? It's very difficult what to write back. Thanks, Stephen.
You're very much mistaken if you think that sounds like a clanger. That sounds like a clanger.
OK, thank you. End of that. Stop being noises.
Sorry? Where's the soup dragon?
The question I was looking for was, how much time has Delhi had to prepare for the crisis-hit Commonwealth Games, which reports claim are still not ready? The city won the right to host the Games in 2003, but the build-up to the event has been plagued by fears that facilities and accommodation might not be completed on time and to a safe standard. So what's been going wrong?
Well, the ceiling of the weightlifting area collapsed. I mean, that's fantastic, isn't it? And there he is. He's holding up 200 kilograms and the roof!
What they had removed from one of the rooms in the athletes' village?
A snake.
A snake, a cobra, was in one of the bedrooms in South Africa. And they said, I don't know why you're worried. We gave you a basket and a small horn. You play the horn and the cobra will go back into the basket. A cobra! Like, that's a valid safety complaint, surely.
But it's a double whammy as well. You get bitten by a cobra, they give you an anti-venom, and then they disqualify you for having an illegal substance in your bloodstream.
What animals have been brought in?
Camels.
No, not camels, no.
Penguins.
Not penguins.
Yes!
No, monkeys.
Is it a narwhal?
It's not a narwhal. Stop naming random animals, right?
Is it a muskrat?
It's not a muskrat. I've already said the word monkeys while you carried on naming.
Is it monkeys?
It's monkeys. Well done, yeah. OK, at the end of that round, What the hell? Points for everyone. Come on back. Come on back. Get up. How exhausted were you?
Can I do it without falling?
Yeah, you can do it without falling.
The gayest fall ever.
What?
It's not earpiece, it's right now.
4 minutes. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Really? All this time have they been shouting? Oh, that's fantastic.
From underneath, they'll be going...
I thought there was elves saying...
Post! This is just introduction to old age for you.
Yeah.
Next, you'll be losing your hair.
So, the police have been probably... Stop it. We are genuinely filming this shit. Could you stop throwing stuff? I know it seems, you know, that you're not... I know this bit isn't all about you, but don't break open the sweets just yet, all right? OK. Where the police were having problems with the e-fit technology?
It was rude.
OK. Half of the performers weren't eating bananas.
Hey, with the monkeys.
Yeah. So, seriously, you'd like the bananas to pause just for a second? Yeah. OK.
Have a special banana shell.
Jared, we'll get a banana. Oh, we'll get you some grapes. What? Some greengrocers are we fucking turning into here?
Sorry.
My mouth. Oh, get fucking down. Don't fucking hug me. Come on. No Russell Howard tonight, as he's off working on the next series of his own show for the BBC Three. But we start with a round called "If This Is the Answer, What Is the Question?"
You said the BBC Three.
Shut up.
You did say the BBC Three.
Shut up, and I get out of here at some stage.
Well,
tonight.
maybe you shouldn't have fucked up then. Maybe you should have said either the BBC or BBC Three. No one says the BBC Three.
I call it the BBC Three, right? I say...
Are you a big fan of the Oasis?
He's going to be shit as a sat-nav, isn't he?
Yeah.
Turn the right.
I touched the mic. They told me off before for touching the mic, so you'll...
She told you off for touching Mike.
No. It's all wrong. Sorry, I just don't want to ruin... I don't want to ruin everything.
That has made all the
Yeah,
difference.
that's better. Sorry, Hugh.
Milk, bread, germaloids. I believe I have been reading from the wrong piece of paper.
I like to see myself as a perfect compromise between Ed Balls and David Miliband. I am David Milliballs.
Right then, conference, it's time to choose our new leader using the traditional method. Professor Dumbledore, pass me the sorting hat.
OK, the next topic is things you wouldn't hear in a cookery show.
No, that's definitely a poodle.
Today, I brought along chicken tonight, but I'm going to have it tomorrow. Smash the system.
So finally, just pour on the milk, and there you have it. Cereal.
And remember, you must eat the brain to get their power.
A lot of people recommend washing your hands after handling raw meat, but it's just as easy to let a dog lick them or to wipe them on a relative.
Golden, relax. We're doing a bit of dinner, mate. You're not sorting out the Middle East here.
So just boil for 15 minutes, and if there's still life in her, she's a witch.
Welcome to It's Late and There's Not Much Left in the Fridge. Today we're going to be making onion double cream banana pasta ketchup.
The unique flavour of the sausages is from a recipe from my wife. So if you want to give your bar snacks that genuine pub feeling, why not sprinkle them with urine?
I'm Jamie Oliver, and in my new series, I'm going to be travelling the length and breadth of the UK in a VW camper. Welcome to Cock O'Van.
Now we come to our final quickfire round called Scenes We'd Like to See. This is for everyone, so if you can make your way to the performance area, please. I'll call out ideas for scenarios we'd love to see, and the performers come in with their suggestions. The first subject is unlikely things to hear on Comic Relief.
And we'd just like to thank the donation of 160,000 turkeys from a Mr. B. Matthews.
Remember, tonight isn't all about comedy. Here's Ben Elton.
Of course, we're also supporting projects in the UK. For example, this is my extension.
My name's Ade. I'm 7 years old, and I have to walk 5 miles every day to get fresh water. So I really don't have time to play footballs with fat celebrities. Fuck off and give me the money.
Right, here's one for you. 3 Ethiopians walk into a bar.
If we remove all these villagers' cataracts, one day they might be able to make our shoes.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. Some of those kids are fatter than I am.
And remember, 20% of everything you give goes directly to a grinning warlord wearing a necklace of human finger bones.
This village had 1 goat until I ate it.
Later, Dawn French will be climbing into a bath of beans. Not for charity, it's her supper.
We're from the Maasai tribe. When are we going to get that money for that ident we did?
Yes, the answer to the question was, by how much money is the forthcoming Rugby World Cup expected to boost the economy in the UK? The tournament, which is being hosted by England for the first time since 1991, begins on Friday and is expected to attract almost 500,000 overseas visitors. Is people getting excited?
Yes, there's only 1 sleep until the Rugby World Cup, and then 25 more sleeps. There's a snooze spirit because it's so boring.
You sleep at 45, it goes on for a while, actually. You're excited,
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited, yeah, you know. There are very few games where before you go out on the pitch, you decide there's probably a need for you to gaffer tape your own ears to your head.
That's what they have to do?
Yeah, they do. In case people bite them, in case people chew their ear. Yeah.
But and not like in a nice nibbly way, like, oh, this is you're playing really well.
It's a
That's what we do at netball.
Yeah, it's the only sport with the opening ceremony is a doctor just explaining concussion.
That's one thing I do find fascinating is that how well behaved they are in rugby. It's like I'm used to football where like they argue all the time. Like rugby's like cricket in the sense that they just obey. Like in cricket, if you're given out, you don't argue. It's like, why are you not arguing? The umpire's an old guy with a cardigan. You're a young athlete with a bat. You can make him change his mind.
Somebody sent me the Ireland jersey. The company who makes them sent me the Irish jersey in large, and it's ludicrous. It is like a child's t-shirt because they wear them out incredibly tight so that no one can grab them. There's nothing to hold on to anymore. So it's all changed. And I put it over my head with my hands to it, and then had to get somebody to roll it down my torso. And then
You look a bit like the thing at the end that they throw the ball across. Be like that, and
Sarah, before you make jokes like that, you need to make sure you know posts as a word.
It's not netball. You don't throw the ball over the post. It'd be wonderful at the very end of the World Cup final. They just threw the ball over the post. Yay! That's not how you score.
You're too confusing.
Okay, so kicking, though. So you kick it through the post. And then the game's over.
No.
This is such a happy day for me that somebody on the show knows less about sport than I do. I'm sitting here now, I feel like Eddie Waring.
Eddie Waring, who was rugby league. In the line-out, what happens is they throw the ball in, and it's a bit like cheating, because two of them can lift up a player so as they jump higher to get it, right? But you think if there's 8 in the line-out, why don't they take the cheating further, get 3 of them to lift up 2 of them, to lift up 1 of them?
Makes no sense. And it's weird. It's like Strictly or something. They're all standing there, and suddenly from nowhere, one of them just appears out of the water. Generally, they're actually reaching for the ball. They should do more.
They should play the music from Dirty Dancing when that happens.
That'd be fantastic.
The time of my life.
So the person who gets lifted up, do they know it's going to happen, or is it surprise? You two suddenly lift me, like, oh my God, I never knew. I'm the chosen one.
Sometimes they think it's the rapture. And they think, oh, take me now, Lord. Oh, no. And then they're immediately run over by 8 Frenchmen. Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and then we'll see what our panelists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is things you wouldn't hear during an election campaign.
I know we didn't follow through on all that bollocks we said before, but this time we really mean it.
We in the Green Party think we've had a cracking election. Nobody's voted for us, but they've put all the election literature from us in the correct recycling bin.
We will get rid of obesity by making the doors to chip shops really narrow.
I visited a factory today, and the man let me ride on the forklift. It was good.
We are not a racist party, though we are throwing a racist party tonight for Nigel's birthday.
Farage, this is my bunk bed. You keep on the top bunk.
For goodness sake, Boris, when we said press the flesh with the electorate, we meant shake hands.
I'm probably going to vote Lib Dem.
I think the best way for me to explain why you should vote Conservative is with this rap.
Nick Clegg has demanded a recount. Here we go. 1. Happy now?
The public have spoken, and they said that I'm a knob.
We will shorten the waiting list for eye operations by building hospitals on the far side of busy roads.
We plan to replace the glass ceiling for women with something much easier to clean.
The next topic is deleted lines from Star Trek.
Kirk to Enterprise. OK, how about if I stand over here?
Scotty, that's the most convincing your accent has ever been.
Captain, I can see an alien ship approaching. It's not showing up on the radar. It's a circular vessel, some sort of lettering and number... Oh, no, sorry, it's my tax disc.
I have no emotion. My mother was a Vulcan. My father was Gordon Brown.
All right, which one of you ate my Scotch egg?
This is the Federation of Gay Planets. Open your docking bay and prepare to be boarded.
Tell you what, Spock, your towel is a lot softer than mine.
Captain's log. Just seen some aliens. OMG. WTF. LOL. Smiley face.
Who are these terrifying aliens? You can't call them that anymore, Captain. It's Uhuru and Sulu.
Welcome to the SS Enterprise, Mr. Eccleston.
Now, which one of you put your red top in the washing with all the yellow ones?
There's going to be some changes around here. They call me Captain Tatty Bojangles.
What's wrong, Captain Picard? What's wrong? I'm a serious Shakespearean actor, and I'm talking to the ambassador of the fucking worm people!
At the end of that round, the points go to Russell, Frank and Andy! The next round is called Picture of the Week. I show the panel a topic and image and ask them to tell me what's happening. So, what's going on here?
Is this a picture of what Donald Trump refers to as patient zero?
Worst Stevie Wonder tribute ever.
Peter Stringfellow emerges from another cracking night at Angels.
Hands up if you made a bracelet out of some spare handbag chain.
By the reflection in her glasses, she appears to be looking at a tornado of some sort as well.
She's trying to prove she's not an ageing candidate, but she's left her napkin tucked in from dinner.
That soup gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Because people have been saying she's using a body double, haven't they? And I think, well, it's nice to see Judy Finnegan back in work.
I think the answer you're after...
Yes, Hugh, what is that?
That is Hillary Clinton.
Thank you very much, Hugh.
Yes. She's mocking Donald Trump with her normal-sized fingers.
Yes.
Look at these.
Yes, this is a picture of US Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton in New York, where she was taken ill this week after being diagnosed with pneumonia. Is this like a huge bump in the road for her?
Well, yes, because people say, oh, no, she's got a cough. Let's elect a racist instead.
Because he's done many things, but he hasn't coughed recently.
Yeah, it's this idea. Even if she's dying, even if she's dead, you're better off electing her. I have pulled stuff out of my shower drain that would be a better president than Donald Trump and would look better on his stupid head.
I think it's very shrewd of her to get a disease that Trump supporters definitely can't spell.
He's furiously looking to N in the medical dictionary. Maybe there's a K in front of it.
Trump's got to be careful, like, you know, but just keep going on about her health all the time. Look at him. Right? If a heart attack was a person, it would look like Donald Trump.
But that's the problem, because you've got older candidates. I think she's 68, he's 70. Not like in England, obviously. Cameron can get in. He can rip the country in half for the sake of a power play, and boom, he's back on the after-dinner circuit before he hits 50. Nice.
What are the claims that have been made about Hillary's health?
That using a body double.
Yes, exactly. She's using a body. She's 2
yeah,
weeks,
that it's not actually Hillary. And I think, well, you know, it wouldn't be the first time that she's got someone else to do the difficult jobs for her, would it? Monica Lewinsky. Yeah.
Thank you for the clarity, Bron.
Thank you. So I just spell that out.
Yes, various claims, you know, because God love us. It turns out the internet is full of people who have these theories. She's had several strokes, apparently, and suffered some seizures, that she wears adult diapers. The National Enquirer claims she'd be dead in 6 months last September. A Republican congressman said she had special needs and was mentally impaired. Forensic pathologists suggested she is being poisoned and that she has multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, HIV, vascular dementia and lupus. These are all claims made about
all
her.
that taken into account, she's looking fucking amazing.
She is.
Donald Trump looks like he's using a body double, and it's inside of him trying to get out.
And the subject is weather.
You do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I've got this. Weather is one of the things that shows that the British people are great big jessies. Not the British people, actually. No, there's a split here. When it snows, Scottish people do this. Oh, look, love. Snow. See you later. English people go, oh, God! It is the end of day! When it snowed last year, the BBC were going, don't go out! It's -2! We don't know if humans can live at that temperature! There are men made of snow with outstretched arms waiting for you! Don't go out! And the news always talks us up. We're always woefully underprepared, woefully underprepared. Where's the salt? Where's the salt? Where's the salt? Look, we're never going to run out of salt in this country. As long as supermarkets continue to do value meals, we'll be fine, right? Fling a few lasagnas up the M1, you'll be grand. Don't worry about it. Chinese meal for 2, good for 40 miles, I should think. This won't be a problem. We massively overplay this. The news are the worst at it. Sky News, I was watching Sky News on the day after it snowed, the day of the lethal compacted ice. Reporting from a rural spa where supplies were running low. And in an attempt to ramp up the tension, the reporter genuinely said this phrase, "This place is down to its last pack of croissants." Oh, God, the humanity! Forced to eat pain au chocolat!
This game involves Matt and James, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. The first subject is interviews. Who wants to come in that?
OK.
Matt.
Go for that. It's fascinating watching different politicians and how they deal with interviews. Ed Miliband, when he gets asked a question he doesn't like, will just have this amazing technique where he'll just ask himself a new question and answer that instead. And it really works. He got asked before the election by Nick Robinson. Mr Miliband, you've said you'll set a new mansion tax if you become Prime Minister, but you won't yet tell us at what rate you would set it. And Miliband just went, look, Nick, if you're asking me, have I got a plan for the housing market, then the answer's yes. It's amazing. Farage is one of the best ones at it, because no matter what you ask him, he'll get a political answer in somewhere. You could say, Nigel, what you had for breakfast, mate? And he'd go, tea, toast and the Telegraph, great British breakfast. He always manages to get his messages across. Boris Johnson is fascinating because he just loves avoiding questions, and he uses a twin-track approach of flattery and Latin. And this genuinely works. If he was here now, you could say, Boris, come on, just admit it. You want to be Prime Minister. And he'd go, oh, no, let me just say, great to be here amongst such great learned people on this crucible of culture. Reminds me very much of a phrase my father used to use, divitas, divitum, rectum.
Well done, Matt. Very good. OK, so James is left. Let's see what he's been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is Britain.
I wish I was Mexican. I love Mexican food. My favourite place to eat is a Mexican restaurant called Oaxaca. All you need to know about Oaxaca, everyone steals their spoons. So much so that every January, Oaxaca have a spoon amnesty on. You bring back one of the stolen spoons, and then they reward you with free tacos. Genius. Not only do they get their spoons back, they also get to watch while the thieves eat tacos, which I imagine have been interfered with beyond belief. Love Mexican food, love Mexican music. Mariachi music, best music in the world. Top 3 mariachi songs. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3, nothing, 'cause there are no other mariachi songs. Ever been to a mariachi nightclub? It's full of people just going up to the DJ like, hey man, have you got yeah, I'll play it next. How about open your ears, I'm playing it right now. To request that song during the next one. Growing up in school, I was the only kid in my whole school who liked mariachi music. It was a nightmare. I couldn't walk down the corridor without some knob knocking my sombrero off my head. Step on the back of my poncho on the way in a maths class. Once, a kid wrote Chimichanga Bum Boy across my forehead while I was having my post-lunch siesta. He also drew a moustache on my face, but to be fair, that played into my hands.
Bravo, very good. It's close, but for sticking to the topic, James Acaster gets the points. Well done to both of you. Come on back.
I was going to the Paralympics and I had one of those lanyards that you have to have because I was working there. And I went for a fry-up at lunchtime, and I was sat there, and the guy came over and he said, oh, what's that? I said, oh, I'm going to the Paralympics in an hour. And he said, oh, what are you competing in? A, clearly I'm not a Paralympian, and B, as if I'd go, well, I'll have a fry-up before
The most astonishing thing about this summer is the number of just the huge roll call of new heroes. Like, just watching Incredible Humans. David Rudisha's world record-breaking 800-metre run. That was astonishing. I just sat there watching him thinking, how does a human being learn to run 800 metres that quickly? And then you find out that he was trained by an Irish priest, and you think, yep, that would do it.
Some things don't get medals at all. I get very upset by the fact that in the show jumping and stuff, that horses don't get a medal. And in the dressage, they don't get a medal. And you look at the horse and you think, to be honest, I think the horse is doing most of the work. It's no wonder, and in the show jump, it's no wonder they knock all the fences over, because the horse is just thinking, well, what's in it for me? More even if I go clear, I won't get a single vote in Sports Personality of the Year.
It's also very difficult for them to text the number because they're big foot on the phone. It doesn't really.
It's very, very rare that they have horse voting. And generally, if they do have horse voting, the nays have it.
We're away.
That's the best joke I've heard.
Now we're starting.
You get into mad sports. There's things that I didn't really know. I didn't know about the steeplechase before. That's now my favourite race on the track. Is you just go around the track and then eventually someone puts a big fence in your way, which you have to leap over into a pool of water, and then off you go. It's like the crazy golf of the track. They should completely embrace that. I think there should be a little bit further along, there should be a windmill that you have to run through. You have to avoid the sails clattering you. Big rotating Boris Johnson head halfway down the track.
Just the mouth opening and closing.
Going, pah, 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 pah. I'm letting out athletes.
I love the open water swimming. I thought that was great, the open water swimming. But I did think it was one of the very few events that Rio are going to do better. There's a lot more stuff in the water there.
Did you actually watch the sailing at any stage?
I did. Yeah. It was the one that I just couldn't... I have no idea what's going on here.
Like, oh, he's at first. Oh, he's 7th. Oh, he's 9th. Oh, he's 14th. Oh, he's disqualified. No, he's back in. No, wait, he's won. He's gold. It's a silver. It's on the same road thing, like whatever. Like, randomly, somebody, doesn't you'd be watching going, oh, there he goes, and another boat would just go across like that. Oh, somebody's lost now.
I was watching the Paralympic sailing and I thought it was quite boring until I realised I was actually watching a repeat of Three Men in a Boat.
I did think the broadcasting was generally excellent. I mean, at no point did I think that the BBC sent people along to events whose knowledge of the sport or whose ability to communicate that knowledge was ever in doubt. It was just top quality the entire way through.
Look at the reaction of the Irish fans in attendance here at the XL Arena and what that signifies.
There's a rocket there. I can't call this. This is too tight.
Were you actually sent there by the BBC, or do you two just carry a microphone around?
Bad things to say at the opening of the new Wembley Stadium.
Is it just me, or does it all feel a bit wobbly?
Due to a double booking, England's first match is against Simply Red.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Blunt!
Welcome to the 2008 Cup Final. So if you could all make your way to the coaches, we're on our way to Cardiff.
And all for the same price as building a rope ladder between the Earth and Jupiter.
Can Mr. Bin Laden report to lost property, please? Mr. Bin Laden.
And who knows, maybe here, one day, with the right linesman, England can cheat their way to another World Cup.
And maybe one day, with the right bunch of hooligans from Scotland, these goalposts can get trashed all over again.
Cost £100 million to demolish Wembley. If you'd had your last game against Scotland, we'd have done it for nothing.
We'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll leave it at that. The winners of that round are Russell, Ed and Andy. And it's travel. Who wants to come in that? Marcus.
I think the thing with travelling is it's often quite hard to make yourself understood. I was in South Africa recently, and the way they talk there, that's not even the joke yet. I literally went to South Africa, all their vowels sound the same. So a word like cigarettes, it sounds like secrets. I was there, this guy was going, give me one of your secrets. Can I have one of your secrets? Look, well, I once masturbated in a library. But in a way, I do at least prefer it when it's me travelling. I get very nervous when people I know and love are travelling, like my wife. My wife is always in planes and stuff. I get very nervous in case something happens to her. I've even resorted to checking, you can track the flight on the website. So the other week, my wife was flying, and I was there following it on the website, and it says, in the air. I couldn't relax till it said, landed. Which I know, I'm not sure how reliable a guide it is, really. I can't imagine if there is a problem, they change it to crashed. Turned into a fireball, frowny face.
Thank you very much, Mark. Well done. Now we play a round called I'm So Brexcited and I Just Can't Hide It. This game involves Nish and Gary, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. First subject is the movies. Who wants to come in that? Nish.
I'm a big movie fan, and I'm very excited that there's going to be a new James Bond. Now, my pick, personally, would be Idris Elba. I think he'd be an amazing James Bond, but some people are very unhappy. I was reading an article about this, and the first comment under the article started with the words, "This is not a race thing." Which immediately makes you think, it's definitely a race thing. This is not a race thing, it's just James Bond is not black. Now, I've got terrible news for this person. James Bond is not real. He's not a real person. He doesn't exist. If you're talking about fidelity to Ian Fleming's original character, Daniel Craig has a smartphone and a laptop, and in one of the Pierce Brosnan films, he drove an invisible car. So it might be a bit late if you just suddenly become a stickler for canon. And the second comment started with the words, "This is political correctness gone mad. This is the ethnic minority lobby getting their way again." And hey, we all know if the ethnic minority lobby's been campaigning for anything, it is for a black James Bond. People have been out in the streets. We want a black James Bond now. We don't care about police brutality. All we care about is 007. Hashtag Black Bonds Matter. We will settle for a Mexican, maybe. And who can forget the immortal words of Dr. Martin Luther King? I have a dream that one day a black man will play a fake spy.
Thank you very much. Well done there. The first subject is politics. Oh, Nish.
So, we're living through a real period of political instability, both here and in America. And in the last couple of months, some unlikely saviours have emerged. Tony Blair is considering a return to frontline politics, and Chelsea Clinton is contemplating a run for the Senate in 2020. And to those people, let me just say this. Maybe just leave it. If you want to turn your public opinion around, the way to do it is philanthropy, right? And let's look at someone who has turned their public opinion around through philanthropy. Look at Bill Gates, right? Bill Gates, for the last 15 years, with his wife Melinda, has spent all his time trying to fight the spread of infectious disease. I don't understand the science behind what's going on. From what I can tell, Bill Gates is trying to bribe AIDS to fuck off, right? And we like him for that. But in the 90s, we hated Bill Gates because of the paperclip. Basically, there was a paperclip, and you turn on Word and the paperclip would appear, and it would ask you if you're writing a letter, but you weren't writing a letter. So you're like, I hate you, Bill Gates! I'm going to buy a Mac forever! And there are people genuinely putting their money where their mouth is in regards to philanthropy. Look at J.K. Rowling. We all need to be very nice to J.K. Rowling from now on, because she may be about to be all we've got economically. We have no manufacturing sector. Our service industry has been driven by mass migration from the EU. After Brexit, our entire economy may depend on the adventures of a fake wizard that technically ended in 2007, right? We got the play, we got the films, we got the film tour. Can we do a play tour? JK, please write another book. Wales is sinking. Maybe something about Harry trying to get his finances in order in his 30s, like Harry Potter and the Mystery of the Fixed Rate ISA.
Thank you very much, Nish. This game involves Nish and Milton, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch the wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. And the first topic is health. Who wants to come out? Nish.
I had a bit of a health emergency last year. I was doing the washing up and I cut my hand. I was washing up and I pushed my hand into a glass. The glass shattered and it slashed my hand here, and I had to go to hospital. And let me tell you this, the NHS staff are incredible. They're really nice to me. They're really sweet. One of them called me a brave boy. Which is good because I was being one, so I don't know what you're laughing at, OK? I'm the one with the badge. Anyway, before I did that, I did something which I probably regret doing. I called NHS 111. Now, if you don't know what this service is, it's a service the government has brought in to replace NHS Direct. So if you have a non-life-threatening emergency, you're supposed to dial 111 on your phones. Now, I'm sure that these people are very nice, but based on my experience, they have proportionately less skill than their numerical value compared to 999, because it was the blind leading the blind. At one point, she said, "How is the blood?" And I said, red, because I had no idea. Then she said, is there a lot of blood? I said, yes, because there was a lot of blood. And she said, is there enough to fill a mug? I've got no idea. I don't wish to brag. I have a lot of different mug sizes in my house. Also, while this was happening, I was just panicking. I wasn't decanting the blood in that it could be poured back into my body at a later date. Then she said, is the blood flowing or oozing? I said, I have no idea what the difference is between those two things is. And she said, oh, there's a difference. And I was like, I'm not getting into a semantic debate with you while blood is gushing out of my hand. And she just went, gushing. Thank you very much.
Well done, Nish, come on. Okay, so that leaves Nish. Let's see what your topic is. Let's spin the wheel. The topic is race.
I'll take this one, Reece. Difficult and interesting time to be a non-white person living in Britain right now. But I think things are improving, especially to be a non-white comedian. Because 10 years ago, I got some advice from a former agent. She said, Nish, you should stop mentioning on stage that you're not white. And I was like, people are gonna know. I'm not exactly flying under the radar race-wise here. So a couple of weeks later, I got offered an audition in a sitcom. Now, that part required me to do what was cheerfully referred to in the script as the accent, right? Weren't talking about French, were they? Now, when that came in, I said, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to do that. It's cheap, it's Uncle Tom, it's selling out my entire cultural heritage. And she said, this is the problem with you, Nish. You take too high-minded approach. You'll never be successful in comedy because you will never do comedy that relates to the man in the factory. And when she said that, I said, I don't really relate to your paradigm of the man in the factory. I think what you're trying to say is that I should appeal to as high a percentage of the British population as possible. But in the 80s, we shifted from a manufacturing to a service-based economy. So actually, if you wanted to talk about most of the British public, what you should have said is the man who works in the shop or the man who works in a hotel. And she said, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Thank you very much, Nish. Points in the line go to Reece James. Come on. Now we play a round called Harry Potter and the Wheel of News. Our next round is called It's Only Mock and Droll, but I Like It. Now we play a round called Britain's Got Jokes. Now we play a round called 24-Hour Binge Joking Epidemic. Now we play a round called Danger, Danger, Subatomic Joke Collider. Now we play a round called Illegally Drilling the Alaskan Joke Reserve. Now we play a round called Don't Stop Till You Get a Laugh. Now we play a round called Four Horsemen of the Amocalypse. Now we play a round called Mock the 9 o'clock news. Now we play a round called Lady Gag Gag. Now we play a round called Thief of Gagdad. Now we play a round called President Bagago Haha. Now we play a round called Mock Up Your Daughters. Now we play a round called Life is Like a Box of Mockolets. Now we play a round called You've Got to Be Corbinit to Win It. Now we play a round called GWA, Gaggers with Attitude. Now we play a round called Everything I Do It for EU. Now we play a round called Nice to EU Nice. Now we play a round called Mock Out with Your Cock Out. This game... Now we play a round called George Osborne's Big Red Budget Mocks. Now we play a round called Mock Me Up Before You Go Go. Now we play a round called If only 3 people do this round, we can all mock off early. The next round is called The Apprentice, You're Fired, Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock, BBC 2. Now we play a round called Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Stand-Up. Now we play a round called Chortle Combat. Now we play a round called Thinking Outside the Mocks. Now we play a round called Angela Smirkel's Comedy Bailout. Now we play a round called 50 Shades of Mock. Now we play a round called Oscar Pistorius. Now we play a round called Darolympics. This game. Now we play a round called Titty Titty Ban Ban. Now we play a round called Look, It's PC Pleb. Now we play a round called Wakey Wakey Roy Muckleroy. This game. Now we play a round called Live and Let Muck. Now we play a round called You've Got to Be Corbinit to Win It. Now we play a round called I'm So Brexcited and I Just Can't Hide It. Okay, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. The first subject is alternative medicine. Can I have a volunteer to talk about that? Andy.
Apparently, a lot of people trying to get into therapy at the moment. Other people knocking it, saying, you know, oh, well, you should just lose your inhibitions, talk about your problems to your friends. I thought I'd try this. I talked about my problems to my friends for a whole hour. Lost my inhibitions, also lost my friends. I now tell my problems to taxi drivers. 2 advantages in this. 1, it stops the taxi driver from telling you his problems. And 2, it's amazing how much quicker you get to your bloody destination.
Well done, Andy Parsons. Okay, let's spin the wheel again. And it's environment.
Didn't that used to be an advert for mints? Ryanair getting a hard time from the environmental lobby because they've launched a £7 flight to New York. Although, as always with Ryanair, it does land slightly outside New York, in Dublin. It's a pity we can't harness more natural energy, isn't it? Pity we can't harness the power of British moaning. Oh no, that moaning-powered light bulb's on the blink again. Oh no, there it is, back on. Everyone complained about the floods, didn't they? I like storms. I like thunder and lightning. What I like to do during a storm is shag my girlfriend and pretend that we're taking part in the conception of the Antichrist.
Brandy Royal, ladies and gentlemen. Unlikely lines from a thriller.
What more evidence do you need that there is a mole? Look at the lawn.
Your wife's head in a box. You must be the most unlucky contestant ever on Deal or No Deal.
What colour wire do I have to cut? The lilac, the mauve, the salmon pink or the fuchsia?
I want to make you a vodka martini. You can't handle vermouth.
Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? She purred. Yes, it is a gun in my pocket, and I've just shot my cock off.
I'm telling you, there will be no attack. This is a side picked by Roy Hodgson.
So, Mr. Bond, we meet... Ah! Flipping cat!
I'm telling you, Captain, I work best alone! Or sometimes in a team! Basically, I'm saying I'm flexible.
So, Mr. Bond, we meet at last. Why didn't we have a Skype?
I would like to gently lift your horse's foot. You can't handle the hoof!
I had human liver with fava beans and a nice Chianti.
But the entertainment was excellent and he was a lovely host. So I'm going to give Hannibal 7 out of 10.
Here's Johnny! Do you mind? I'm trying to have a shit in it. This prostitute isn't dead, said the Norwegian detective. She's just pining for the fjords.
And as his eyes gradually became accustomed to the shadowy darkness, he realised he was not alone in that room. Who is it?
It's me, Peter
OK, together the round of applause to Greg, Hugh and Chris. We start, as ever, with our round called Headliners. Here's a picture of former Prime Minister Tony Blair recently, but what does BGBC stand for?
Is it Britain's greatest bullshitter celebrates?
Is it, in fact, Blair's guilt-free, blood-stained conscience?
That was a lovely laugh. Is he just suggesting what he thinks the next stage in the world should be, the next thing that should happen? Is it bomb Germany, bomb China?
Is it? That would have been an amazing turn in the inquiry. If you just randomly picked countries and went, yeah, if I was still in power, oh, yeah, you'd be gone.
Hey, gang, is it Blair? Great Britain's catastrophe. Oh, I'll go there.
Is it just a description of him? Is it like balder, greyer, besotted by cash?
Is it Blair given blue cordon? You see in the picture.
Oh, yeah, he has, yeah. Actually irritates me.
Is it, in fact, everything the British Army didn't have when we went to war? Bullets, guns, bombs, choppers.
Is it Bush's grinning bum chum?
Would somebody give me the answer?
Blair grilled by Chilcott.
Very good, well done, Andy. Now we play a round called Bake Off as Mocked Off. This game involves Ivo Graham and Ed Gamble, so if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launched a wheel of news, and whoever chooses to stop one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. OK, here we go. Let's spin the wheel, please. And the topic is technology. Ivo.
I think our generation were a bit of a crossover generation when it came to modern technology. So, for example, I had access to computers as a teenager at my school, but not proper video games. So the video games that I played as a teenager were the ones that came free with the computers. Whew. And let me tell you what a rock and roll mid-noughties existence that was. Those long afternoons on my own spent playing Minesweeper, playing pinball, and trying to scroll down all the way to the bottom of Microsoft Excel. Not strictly a video game, but when you're lonely enough, still feels like an achievement. And I'm proud to stand here now and boast in front of you all that I've completed Excel and lived to tell the tale. I've gone where few mortals dare to tread, all the way down, all the way right. Written my name in that bottom right-hand Excel cell. I won't tell you what that cell is called, because it would blow your minds. It's been a joyous moment just hovering over Control-P, just imagining the carnage. Did I have the balls? The sheer granite testes to print off the entirety of Excel on the school paper supply. I didn't in the end, but the thought experiment was enough alone. Then in my last year, we got a games console, our first group video game, Mario Kart. If you're not familiar with it, it's the greatest video game and thing of all time. Since tried intercourse, still prefer Mario Kart. Mario Kart, we're actively encouraged to finish first. And if we do, there's no shame.
Well done, Ivo Graham. OK, that leaves us with Ed. Let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is relationships. Where you go.
I am in a serious relationship. That's what she makes me say. Serious. I'm in a serious relationship. This is my partner. Sounds like you're in a law firm, is what it sounds like. Serious relationship. Sounds like a disease. How's your relationship? I'm sorry to say it's serious. I'm not in a serious relationship. I'm in a silly relationship. You tell me if you think this sounds like a serious relationship. The other day, me and my girlfriend were having a discussion about the Beatles. At some point during that discussion, she forgot George Harrison's name. Now, she previously knew George Harrison's name, but her brain did something to her that all of our brains do to us now and again. It just deleted a fact for no reason. And it panics you when that happens. You think, am I going mad? Am I going senile? You go on a spiral of panic and worry, and I could see she was worried. And any good boyfriend in that situation would have told her George Harrison's name, and I am a good boyfriend. But I am a better comedian. So what I chose to do in that situation was write down every guess that she took at George Harrison's name. I have memorised them, and I'm now going to recite them to you, the good people of Mock the Week. Here we go. Guess number 1. John, Paul, Ringo, John. There it is. She thought there might have been 2 Johns in the Beatles. Maybe the Beatles were a double John band. And as if we'd remember them in that order, we wouldn't go John, Paul, Ringo, John. We wouldn't bookend it with Johns. It would be John, John, Paul, Ringo, John, John, or Paul, Ringo and the Johns. She knew that was wrong immediately. I squawked in her face. Guess number 2. John, Paul, Ringo, Joseph. Hello, Joseph. What are you doing in there? I didn't realise the Beatles were a nativity-themed band. 3 guys with 60s hairdos, 1 child with a tea towel tied to his head. Again, she knew it was wrong. I was on the floor already. Then her brain gave her a little free pass, gave her a clue, gave her the surname. Thank you, brain. John, Paul, Ringo, Tony Harrison. Oh, Tony, you're not part of this conversation. Please remove yourself from the vicinity immediately. I said, you're half right. You're half right. I promise you, her next guess was Harrison Ford. Thank you very much.
Bravo. Very good. Get into that round. The points go to Ed Campbell. $197. What is the question?
Is it Dara O'Brien's hat size?
Oh, hey, that's really hard.
What a way to start the series. That is unbelievable.
It's 198. Is it, what are the first 3 numbers of the decade most Googled by the staff of Operation U-Tree?
On a similar note, is it in fact how many times have the Coronation Street writers had to rewrite the script in the last month?
Sorry. Very quiet in the Rovers' return tonight, isn't it?
Wait till the courts throw out. They'll be in.
Is it how many pounds did Amazon pay in tax last year?
Is it?
Fight the power.
Yeah. Is it, what is the combined age of Joan Rivers and a 1-year-old?
In fact, how many times did I try and vote for the egg-throwing woman on Saturday night?
Is it how many members of Attraction would it take to make a shadow figure of Eric Pickles?
Is it in fact how many Findus lasagnas could you get out of this year's Grand National winner?
Is it, if I watch any 5 minutes of Game of Thrones, what is the average amount of tits I will see?
Is it how many margarita cocktails can you make from 1 pizza?
Is it? Have you wondered why nobody comes to your Mexican nights anymore?
Is it what number Downing Street has Cameron put Nick Clegg in?
It's correct answer, 197.
Is it how many baby hamsters can you get in the shoebox?
That is the correct answer.
Oh, yes. I will genuinely give you the right answer.
Is it?
No, it's not.
What's my room number, ladies?
Is it how many intelligence reports have been produced as a result of the PRISM programme?
Absolutely, thank you very much, Hugh. Well done. Very good. Yes, the question I was looking for was, how many intelligence reports has GCHQ generated from the US government's surveillance program PRISM in the last year? This is the news that the US National Security Agency, the NSA, has tapped into the servers of 9 internet companies to track online communication. GCHQ, the British government communications headquarters, has had access to the system since 2010. Are we alarmed and frightened by this development?
No.
No.
Why would you be? Next question.
Things you wouldn't hear on a political discussion show.
Sorry, did I interrupt you?
No, sir. No, you've had your say. Now shut the fuck up.
Round the table tonight, Eric Pickles. And round another table, 4 other politicians.
Sadomasochism is a perversion. But we will clamp down on it.
And tonight we'll be discussing Greece. First question, who'd win in a fight, Danny Zuko or Kaniki?
So, Nick Clegg, which of your 2 faces would you like to answer that question with?
Yes, I agree. Britain's performance in the second quarter has not been all we hoped for. But there is a reason for that. This is a tough job, and I am shit at it.
We will not let Abu Hamza off the hook.
Well, Mr. Dimbleby, my question is, if I were a beleaguered European economy, how would you stimulate my growth? And that goes to contestant number 3.
Of course, I understand that people are worried about schools and hospitals, but what you don't understand is I don't give a shit.
Is anyone else horny?
And now we're going to head over and see what the polls are telling us. Hello!
Are they Chinese now?
A bit of Chinese.
Yeah,
they are. All right.
Well, it sounds like Polish, the way we say it here in Poland.
Right, now let's go over to Wales and see what they're saying to us.
And so we have a question here for the Prime Minister from Nancy Cameron, aged 8. And it's, when are you going to pick me up, Daddy?
At the end of that round, the points go to Carl, Joe and Andy. We start with a round call. If this is the answer, what is the question? On the board are 6 categories. Sarah, which category would you like?
I will have world news, please.
OK, world news it is. The answer is 1.6 billion. What is the question?
Is it how many immigrants are so lazy they haven't even bothered to come over here?
What in decibels is Brian Blessed?
Is it when they go back to us, how many drachma will there be to the euro?
For about a week or so.
How many Scottish people now say they voted yes in the referendum?
Is it what was the crucial missing ingredient from England's bid for the 2022 World Cup?
Is it how much are cats owed in YouTube advertising?
Is it when I went on Dragon's Den, how much did I want for a 2% share in my body hoover business?
James, talk numbers. How many? What's your turnover?
Well, Deborah. I haven't really got the numbers in my head. That's what they say, isn't it?
Right, I know.
That usually gets...
Is it? What is the count in Sesame Street up to now?
We think he's just somewhere in a bar, just still counting. Tiny Transylvanian puppet in a bar. 1.5.
If you go and use a Glastonbury toilet, is it how many people seem to have used that toilet before you have?
Is it what number, when typed into a calculator and turned upside down, becomes, ooh, GI?
Is it, after you've popped, how many Pringles can you eat before you must stop?
Is it, since I started this sentence, how much further has Greece got into debt?
It's to do with Greece, clearly, yes, we're all dancing around. What is 1.6 billion?
This is the amount in euros that Greece are supposed to pay back to the IMF by the 30th of June.
You're absolutely right. Thank you very much, Sarah Pascoe. Well done. Yes. Unlikely things to hear at the World Cup.
And here comes the Irish team.
Oh, sorry, that is wow. You're getting buzzed to fuck for the rest of it. Okay. Sorry, Hugh. You like to go in there?
Right.
Yeah,
it's okay.
absolutely.
That's
Hugh.
fine.
Here with the first answer is Hugh.
And here come the Irish team.
Hello, I'm really sorry we didn't get in this year.
And up in the stand, the Uruguayan women with their chant, Uruguay, and I'm a gwirl.
And Portugal have beaten Spain, and Saudi Arabia have beaten a woman for wearing shorts.
Jamie Vardy managed 4 shots in the first half, 3 sambucas and a Skittles vodka.
And that is a great shot from the Russian, but unfortunately the journalist has survived.
So it's Panama's first time at the tournament, but they have been doing FIFA's accounts.
And Sterling has taken a dive. That's it for financial news. Back to the football.
Well, it's official. England are out. And we can go back to identifying people with flags in their windows as racist.
Well, let's have a look at the Swedish bench. $12.99 from IKEA.
Oh, and that is a huge tackle. That has got to make it more difficult to rollerblade.
Brilliant goalkeeper, David De Gea. Midfield maestro, Mesut Ozil. Fast forward.
And he's nipped round the back and banged in an absolute screamer. This really is the best leaked sex tape in the history of football.
Well, we didn't think it was possible, but somehow Gareth Southgate has managed it. England eliminated before the group stage.
Well, at 2-1 down, Iran had to do something. So they've brought on their secret weapon, a 14-megaton intercontinental ballistic missile.
If you've just tuned in to England versus Germany, what are you doing, mate? Love Island is on.
Well, it looks like semi for Croatia. I wish they had worn bigger shorts.
That's a shocking miss from Jesus. They are going to absolutely crucify him for that.
Things you wouldn't hear in a charity appeal.
British Red Cross. Just 3 adjectives to describe the average UKIP voter.
Stuck in a chair, barely able to move. Please help us get Dara walking again.
Peter Andre will be with us later. He's got a new single, and if our donations don't double, we'll let him perform it.
For just 50p, Dara O'Brien will toss you off in comic hand relief.
50p?
50p, there's no way I'm paying that.
God, give me a quid at least, I'm classy. Kiss him and everything.
Shoplifters Anonymous, helping people to help themselves.
If you're starting a family, why not consider adoption? But hurry up, otherwise it'll only be the ugly ones left.
With your money, I'm going to start a human organ delivery service called Liveroo.
Every day, these people walk up to 15 steps to get water. With your money, we can employ waiters at Nando's.
At the National Trust, for just £70 a year, you can have unlimited access to national treasures, like the gardens of Stour Head or the sumptuous interior of Judi Dench.
The thing with a disease like HIV is that many people are just ignorant. Most people don't even realise that HIV is just Roman for high five.
Robin needs clean, cold water and something nutritious to eat, because last night he got shit-faced.
These people are disease-ridden. They haven't had a shower for weeks. Donate now. Save a life in Magaluf.
This is the People's Dispensary for sick animals. This tiger has 3 dicks. How sick is that?
Give a man a duck and he'll feed himself for a week. Teach a man to duck and he'll avoid low-flying objects.
With your money last year, we took this homeless man and completely transformed him into a homeless woman.
And now on Comic Relief, it's time for some harrowing footage, as the cast of Birds of a Feather sing the hits from Greece.
Between you and me, those rescue cats can't even swim, let alone rescue anyone.
The Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, the only charity looking after the needs of Cockney women.
For just the price of a cup of coffee, we can get little Nagubu a cup of coffee.
Pale, sad and hungry. We're raising money for the Irish football team.
Okay, before I go to milk with you, Angela. Unlikely lines from a children's book.
Yeah, Mr. Tickle, you think those arms are big? Wait until you see Hugh's dick.
Oh, Grandma, what big ears you have, said Red Riding Hood. Fuck off, said Grandma.
Do you know what? Said the big friendly giant. I've just been fired from Mock the Week.
How do I get my hair like this? Said Tintin. Well, have you seen There's Something About Mary?
After dropping the breadcrumbs, Hans and Gretel dropped acid to find their way back to Glastonbury.
And then he ate 6 plates of goulash, 5 plates of red cabbage and a pie from Budapest. He was a very Hungarian caterpillar.
Piss off, Malfoy, you little Nazi incel weirdo.
Where's Thomas? Said the passenger. Well, he's delayed, said the fat controller. What do you mean, said the passenger? Oh, I'm not going to explain it. That's real life. Get used to it, you little prick.
One of you, said Toad, is a mole for the Russian government. It's either Ratty, Badger, Moley, or Elena Simonov.
Look, said Harry, Wittgenstein's having a spliff. The philosopher's stoned.
And then Paddington told the lady bear to brace herself before flipping her over and opening a fresh jar of marmalade.
Guys, my dog literally just died. Can we not already happily refer to ourselves as the famous four?
Miss Chatterbox just couldn't stop talking. And that's why we had to kill her, said Mr. Mafia.
Just tell him it stands for Big Friendly Giant, said Sophie. He'll be mad and his heart will be broken if he knows it means bollock-faced grandad.
In the end, all the children died.
We're going on a bear hunt. We've already shot Paddington and turned Winnie the Pooh into a fucking rug. We're not scared.
At the end of that round, the points go to James here and Tom! The first subject is unlikely things to hear on a consumer programme.
Dear Anne, the other day I was changing my baby's nappy and he weed right in my face. Does this mean I can make a PPI claim?
Well, the toilet wasn't connected and there was no water coming out of the taps. And that's the last time I have a poo in the showroom at B&Q.
An important recall announcement now, as it transpires a large shipment of party poppers was mistakenly packaged as tampons.
Bad news for electricity consumers. N-Power has been bought by N-Dubs.
Critics say Botox is too expensive, but we spoke to 50 people who just paid for the treatment and none of them looked surprised.
Mr. Jones got a nasty rash from his new blanket. Good job he kept the receipt. Unfortunately, it doesn't cover as much as his body, it's not half as warm.
When they came home to find saloon doors and 6 dead Native Americans, they knew they were the victim of cowboy builders.
Firstly, we'd like to apologise for the mispronunciation on last week's show, and particularly to those people who, as a result, have invested all of their life savings in ISIS.
The house was haunted, and when he refused to pay the £200 for the exorcism, it was repossessed.
Dear Watchdog, I bought these pork scratchings, but they all taste a bit David Cameron-y.
The kids were left shocked, frightened and in tears. So our advice, if you're hiring a face painter, don't book a surrealist.
A word of advice for anyone that wants to buy shares in the company that makes Toblerone. This is a pyramid scheme.
If you've been tempted to go abroad for cheap boob jobs, you might reconsider after hearing about Sally, who came back from Thailand and discovered her implants had been filled with helium, and now they've gone tits up.
Here we go. Let's spin the wheel. First topic is parenting. Who wants to come in on that? Andy Parsons.
Getting quick. You may have seen that there was a woman gave birth recently who was 72 years old. That's not right, is it? You don't want to be a kid struggling to walk to find out your mum's in exactly the same state. But in this country, it's been more, isn't it? The young people who've been giving birth. Alfie Patton, supposedly a dad at 13 years old. And then they were saying, oh, no, he's not the dad, some people. I don't know what's going to happen to Alfie now. Maybe he's going to have to join Fathers for Justice. Hey? He's probably got a superhero costume, hasn't he?
Hey, that's Andy. OK, let's spin the wheel again. OK, the topic is human behaviour.
Some things you can't help doing. Do you find this? Like, if you get a cold can of Diet Coke, it's not enough for you to go, that is freezing. You have to find somebody you love and put it on their face. You can't... You don't do that with any other food. This soup's boiling in your eyes! But for some reason, you become a fizzy torture. All right, Mum, Fanta, to the knee! We're all fairly peculiar. Sometimes you think weird thoughts. I was in Tesco the other day. I was offered a bag for life, and I found myself going, I can't commit to that. You know? I don't know what bags are going to be like in the future. I feel like a tool if I got a plastic one in 2024. People go, I've got a new bag, it packs itself and speaks Spanish. Piece of shit. What can you do? I can suffocate a child. That's all you're good for. He can speak Spanish, I can hurt your hands on long journeys.
Very good. Well done, Ross up. OK, the next topic is commercials that never made it to air.
I wipe my arse with Colgate. And now, I've got a ring of confidence.
If it tastes like butter and spreads straight from the fridge, you've probably had a power cut.
Condoms, because if she'd sleep with you, she'd sleep with anyone.
Ryanair, because I'm worth shit.
As leader of the Labour Party, I always like to look my best. It's very important to me to have a smooth finish, which is why I use the Mach 4. As I often say, that was a close shave, wasn't it, Gromit?
Frosties, they're all right.
New BG from Garnier. Exfoliates, hydrates, epilates, urinates. Probably not that last one.
Unlimited minutes, unlimited text, unlimited music downloads. Yes, it's our new twat on a train tariff.
Have a break. Have a wank.
Maybe she's born with it. In which case, I probably shouldn't take the piss.
Bekele has to walk for 5 miles every day for fresh water. That's why she ought to be thinking about the new Mazda.
Coco Chanel. Says bloody horrible, I'm sticking to Horlicks.
Lidl, because life didn't work out as you planned.
Hi, I'm Kevin Bacon, doing an ad on British TV. What happened?
Have you got that bloated, uncomfortable feeling in your stomach? Then try going for a shit.
The DFS furniture sale is not currently on.
This Christmas, get Mock the Week on DVD, featuring all the regulars. Dara O'Brien.
And through this week, Andy Parsons, Will, Milton Jones, and of course, don't forget Mickey Flanagan, East End of London, and of course, everybody, very good, Chris Allison. Everyone, at the end of the round, the point to Alistair, Hugh, and Gary.